Hey guys, Caleb's Cards here, coming at you with another TTM Mail Week recap episode. I have a pretty awesome episode, I think, to share with you. I have quite a few TTMs that came in over this week, and I'm excited to share them with you. Just before we start, I do want to give a reminder that my contest is still going on. It is a video response contest for just like your childhood collecting dreams, um, if you remember any or and then maybe if you've completed any of those or if you're still working on it, whatever maybe whatever you want to talk about. um, Maybe if you want to think back to some things. um, I know I thought of another one. I definitely wanted to like get a pre-war kind of card, which I have gotten some 30. I've gotten as old as 33 Gaudi, but nothing older. So I've always wanted to get something from like 1909, whatever, just any card. I just have not done it yet. So that's kind of a childhood collecting goal that I have not finished yet. I've technically failed, I guess you could say. So it's kind of like stuff like that. So if you think of anything, you can do a video response or just do a couple more weeks to do that. And then yesterday, my brother and I, we climbed La Plata Peak in kind of outside of Leadville, Colorado. It was my first 14er, so I climbed up a mountain. It was definitely a super brutal climb for me because I'm not really an outdoorsman. But we made it down. It took a long time for me. I was definitely slow, but I'm glad my brother was patient with me and we both got down the mountain safely. So I took a pack of 2023 tops with me up to the top of the mountain, and I opened it up on camera. So I'll upload that video when I get a chance here. I thought that was kind of funny. I didn't, you couldn't really hear because it's too windy, um, and there's a bunch of people talking anyway. So there's not really any audio. Just basically me opening the pack and showing it, and then I'll try and include some pictures so you can see the surroundings. So I was trying not also. There's lots of people up there. It's a very busy peak. Um, Considering how hard it is, you wouldn't think it would be. But yeah, there's a lot of people around, so I didn't have their permission to film them. So I just, propped it up in a nice area and opened pack. So you'll see in a little bit. But opened a pack of cards on top of a mountain. So I thought that was pretty funny. But let's go ahead and get into the TTMs. We do have two failures need to move out of the way here. I sent to Matthew Wolf, golf. He's a golfer. Um, so he is not at that address. He moved, I guess, the 13796 Sand Crane Drive. So don't send there if you want to send to Matthew Wolf. And then we got hockey player. Oh, I didn't open this one yet. Bobby Ryan. Um, he moved from his P.O. box in La Jolla, California. I don't know why I had trouble saying that. I can show you a picture in case you're curious who Bobby Ryan is. I think if he's still playing, I can't remember. He may have played recent. Oh no, I think he retired just recently. So he was on the Red Wings and a few other teams, Senators. So yeah, Mr. Bobby Ryan is not currently there anymore. We will continue the hockey trend here. This one I got signed by Mr. Wayne Hashman, the Boston Bruins. They have a lot of guys who signed. I did not know though that he charges, but he did sign anyway. So I guess technically I got this note back. I guess technically I owe him $10. So I guess next time when I get paid here, I can bring $10 out and send it to him. Um, I know I looked on like Sports Car Forum Star Tiger. It showed that in the past he had charged and was signing for a fee, but nobody had mentioned that they sent any fees. So um, I wish I wish people would actually put in the notes. That's kind of a something that like irks me. I don't know if it does for you when you look for addresses sent to, and people just put like incomplete information. It's like definitely go ahead and over put in information. It can't hurt. So I don't know if they're just being lazy or if they just did it. So But either way, that's a I guess a pet peeve of mine. I always try to put as much information I can. Then we got Tony Herkic. Signed a couple Quebec Nordiques cards. And then the one that's different is the Bowman. The two scores came from that binder my mom picked up for $1. Oh, I still find cards out of there, so thanks, Mom. We got Bob Beers, another Boston Bruins player. He's kind of more of like a defenseman slash enforcer kind of guy. So signed that one. He did play for the Tampa Bay Lightning, but I didn't have any cards of his. Thought I had one, but I guess not. And then I had another pro set, another upper deck. So pretty much just went through all my hockey cards because I got them sorted by teams. I was just looking for some guys. Mainly I have like 83, 84 tops, a bunch of 1990 to like 93 tops and upper deck and score, and then it kind of skips over and it goes to like the late 90s, early 2000s, and that's pretty much all I have. We got another Bob from the Boston Bruins. We got Mr. Bob Carpenter, who signed 3 cards. And by the way, a lot of the hockey are going at least one card, hopefully, as long as they're in decent shape. They made a back right from the mail. It's going to Autographs for a Cure. Hey, cool. Um, this is Jim Pike. He's actually of Korean descent. I think he was the first uh, Korean Korean American to play in the NHL. Jim Pike. So he signed his rookie card. He's put Jeremiah 29:11 on one. That's one of my favorite verses. And then this one's going to go to Autographs for a Cure. So that's pretty cool. Really awesome. That was also in the binder for my mom because there was Pinnacle and there's 91 score. Some more Autographs for a Cure stuff. Mr. Tom Chorsky. I tried to find duplicates because I figured that was perfect for. I'm sure people are working on those sets that Mike can use the proceeds of those cards or something. And then we got Mr. Rick Middleton, another Boston Bruin, who signed actually 5. I had a lot of cards of his. So I had the 83, 84 tops cards. Had some duplicates. I could have sent more, but I only sent up to 5. And then I had this extra one. I figured I could keep for myself. This is 84, 85. Oh, 80. My bad. 81, 82 is what these are, right? Yeah. So there was. Oh, backwards. So there's each 2 of those. So those can go to Autographs for Cure. I think that'll be a cool one. And then he also did sign the RSVP card and put it back in the envelope. So usually when I do those, like I let Mike know that they signed them, or sometimes they'll check marks and I want to sign more, or I took away the donation thing because donations don't go to the Orlando Foundation anymore. They go to other charities for cancer research. But usually let him know, and then I usually send him the card. I think it'd be kind of maybe something that he might like to have, just to like all the celebrities or athletes who said yes. So I think that's something cool. And we're kind of going out of like my normal order, which is okay. But we're gonna go into some golf and other sports kind of area. We got Mr. Gary Koch, or could it be Cook actually? Depends how they pronounce it. And then he signed a couple index cards, the protective index cards, which is cool added bonus. Those are always welcome. Then we got Mr. Bill Rogers, another golfer. I got him years ago on a little golf, my little golf printout photo. Then we go into some racing. We got Joe Rootman, who signed I think it's a 96 press pass, or 95. That was 96. Apparently the race car drivers don't like to sign these cards. This is the second one I've had come back. And then they also don't like to keep my my channel slash business card, kind of custom card I put in there, because I was using them up, my old ones. I need to make new ones, and then when I do, I want to make it more kind of like a business card uh, with more of the social media contacts and stuff like that. So um, yeah, so maybe there'll be some pictures that I can use from the hike. I don't remember. Maybe we'll see, or I'll have to go find some new ones. So or just use that one again. Use a different template. Then we got Chloe Kim, who's a pretty popular U.S. Olympic skier or snowboarder. I'm sorry. And I was actually surprised she actually put them in between the index cards, taped them up and everything. Took the extra time to do that. Make sure the card didn't slide around and got here safely. So that's very nice of her. This is Mr. Stan Smith. He's a tennis legend. Still does tennis instruction. And then he also signed the protective index card. So again, one is personalized in these. So added bonus as well from that. And this one I forgot to share with you last week. I put it in my truck to make sure I didn't forget to bring it to work. So it's kind of a cool background story. So my direct supervisor in my department is friends with this lady's mom, and so my supervisor technically knows her, and she's like, you should send her. She plays for the Kansas City women's professional soccer team. She's really good. So I printed out 4 photos. I told her if she wanted to keep some or if she wanted to sign multiples, whatever she wanted to do. She signed all 4. Sent them back, and my supervisor picked out. Um, I told her you can pick 1, 2, or 3 photos, whatever you want. I'll just keep one. That's fine. She just got the one. It's of a slide tackle, which is pretty cool. And she's got it up in her office with some of the other autographs I've gotten her. This is Alex Laura. So yeah, my supervisor is friends with her mother, and kind of knows Alex. She says she's a beast, so you have to watch her play. She's a defenseman, so very cool. So thank you, Miss Alex, for signing some photos. I figured, since I have 3 extras, I usually um, Bruce likes soccer, so I think one of those at least will probably end up going in his little bag. Should be sending that out come probably November. This one's also really cool. I sent with a $10 donation. I think he's $5 for cards now. I'm not sure if he's more for photos, but I just sent $10. I think that's what I sent last time. But I was watching an old John Wayne movie I've never seen before. It's called The Undefeated. It's kind of a end of the Civil War into the post-Civil War era. It's a really good movie, honestly. I liked it a lot. It's got a lot of stars in it. It's got John Wayne, Rock Hudson. It's got Merlin Olsen, and it's got Roman Gabriel in it. And he signed this 4x6 photo from the movie. And he played Blue Boy. He's a Union scout, and also Mr. John Wayne's character's adopted son. So I thought that was pretty cool. I mentioned in the letter I was watching the movie, thought it'd be really cool to send a photo because I didn't know he was in the movie. I knew Merlin Olsen, he did lots of acting with Little House on the Prairie, and then I'm sure he did some other movies besides this one, or maybe other appearances. But it's a pretty cool movie. I think you guys should watch it if you ever want to watch kind of an old Western movie. It's got action, it's got drama, it's got um, some comedy in it. It's got all the things you usually kind of like in a movie. Some of those older movies just, they hit differently than the new stuff these days. Some of the new stuff is just kind of trash, if I'm being honest. It's just like, why did somebody make that? But yeah, that was a pretty good movie, so I'd highly recommend it if you are looking for something to watch. Then we're going to go into some baseball. We got several baseball. We got former Tiger speedster Ricky Peters. Very cool. I have gotten this card signed before, but I thought it'd be cool to send it again. I had a couple cards of his. Then sent to Eric Plunk. This was from Mike Kane's little lot that he sent me. It helped me get back in TTM. And then he sent back my card. So I'll just reuse that for somebody else who might want it. Then we got, I don't know where, I have 3, these came from other people too, I guess. But I got 3 more cards to send out. We got Mr. Luis Gomez, and I also sent a Toronto signature card. which he signed. So I got the 78 Tops. That was from Mike Kane. And the signature card I've had for a while now. He also included, I think it's a, I don't know, it's a track card. I think it might be Latter-day Saints. I'm not sure. I am not a Jehovah's Witness or anything like that. I more to like the Baptist evangelical kind of side of things, but I appreciate the gesture. I guess I'd have to look on the website to see um, what it's advertising for. But either way, thank you, Mr. Gomez, for signing and um, thinking of my spirituality and thinking of my soul. Then we got Mr. Ken Scrum. I had a couple of these 87 Donruss All-Star, I guess jumbos. I don't know if they call them. So I threw a couple of them in. They just barely fit in the envelope. Then we got Mr. Dale Unser, who has some pretty cool looking 70s cards. I like his 1970 card. But he signed 78 Tops and 80. This is also from Mike Kane. Sent me a whole bunch of baseball. I tried to send out pretty much all of them. And then I had one of those Philadelphia signature cards from years ago, so I sent one of those. So I was trying to use some of those up. We got Mr. Steve Balboni. He's a one per. Rarely, sometimes you can see him sign two, but usually he's one per. So if you want to get him card signed, just send one, and then you can literally wait like a month or less and send another one, and he'll probably still sign it. So if you're like trying to work on a Steve Balboni run, you can send one card a month maybe. Maybe make mention of that to them in a letter or something, or maybe send a little bit of cash just to show that you're not selling. I don't know. That might help your cause as well. Then we got 78 Tops signed by Chuck Scribner. I think this is actually came from the one of the antique mall purchases. So I think I had a duplicate of that or something, or it might have been from eBay. And he also did sign a couple of the index cards. Sorry for the glare there. So that's cool. I'm going to kind of political and celebrities now and historical. Um, I sent to Mr. Ulysses Grant Dietz. He is the great nephew. I always think grandson for some reason. He's the great nephew of Ulysses S. Grant. So he sent back a really nice letter here, personal letter, which was pretty cool him to do that. And then I sent him. It was like a card from the 2008 Topps campaign set of when Ulysses Grant was running for president. He said he tried to sign it, but it didn't really take well to his pen, so he swapped it out for a business card, which is still cool. So, got his business card. So that's still pretty cool. Chief Curator Emeritus at the New Ark, New Jersey Museum. So he's the chief curator there. So he still loves his history. So it's very cool. So I thought that was a pretty cool one. I had gotten him a few years back. It's been a while, probably about 5 or 6 years since I wrote him. But I thought that would be pretty cool. Then we got a Swiss politician. I don't think he's the prime minister, but he could be. Um, no, he's the federal counselor. Ignacio Cases. This was an email success, so that's pretty cool. So that came back about 40 days or so, but from a foreign country, and they took the time to do that. It's always really cool. This is the Prime Minister of Luxembourg. He also included a business card. This is Xavier Beetle or Bettle. It's kind of a big photo. It's kind of like a 6x8 maybe. And he included just a little bit of his card as well. It's pretty cool. This was another email. This was back when I was still job hunting. Um, and then I ended up right back at the same place I was working at. That's okay. Oh, we got the lieutenant governor and governor. I just thought it was the governor. We got Don Burgum and Miller. I can't remember, Tammy Miller, I think, from North Dakota. It's pretty cool. That was the email sent out probably in December or so. And then it also comes with just kind of this little pamphlet with the seal of North Dakota. Never been to North Dakota. I've been this portion of South Dakota before, but I'd like to go to North Dakota. I think North Dakota has what's it called? It's called the President's the Carved in the Rock. Again, why am I blanking on it? Mount Rushmore. I think I'd like to go see that. And then this one's pretty cool. This is Miss Maggie Sajak. She is the daughter of Pat Sajak from Wheel of Fortune, and she also is an aspiring country music artist. So you guys have to go listen to her music. Very cool, Miss Maggie Sajak. And finally, we have an email success from Miss Madeline Perot. She kind of does like old-timey kind of jazz-like singing. Very interesting, very different than normal these days. But it sounds pretty good. I sent an email, and they were kind enough to send this 8x10, which sending 8x10s isn't necessarily cheap. It's about a couple dollars or so each. Then you got to print them, obviously. But that's very nice of her and her team to send this photo. So I'll have to send them back a thank you email. So thank you, Miss Madeline Perot and her publicity team for being willing to do that. That's really awesome of you. I had a few other emails come back saying that they would love to send me some. So hopefully we can see those in a future video. I did tell them, hey, no rush. Um, if it comes, it comes. It'll be nice. I mean, sending emails is always pretty fun. You never know what you're going to get. It's something that they took the time to do so, and they don't have to send you anything. So it's always cool when they say yes. So that is all I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned later today or tomorrow, whenever I get it up, for that pack opening on top of the mountain. Got a couple decent rookies, I thought, and maybe I'll try and do a slideshow or something of the climb for the pictures I took. So we'll see how that works. So talk to you guys all later. Bye.